All right, guys, so we're going to be doing curls, not skateboard, but just curls, and also learning how to properly use hairspray, because over the years in my observations, a lot of people use too much hairspray and it doesn't allow it to do what it's supposed to do. What is hairspray supposed to do? It's supposed to keep your hair in place if you are going out somewhere and you want the curls to last. That's with any style, updo, roller sets, whatever you're styling the hair in, and you want that style to stay, you use hairspray. Hairspray comes in spritz form and it also comes in aerosol form, and really it becomes a preference. Everybody has their opinions about that, and that's okay, but it's a preference. You either like the spritz or the aerosol, and sometimes you like both. There's also things to know about your hairspray that you should read on the back of the can or the bottle. If it's a flexible spray, meaning that you're able to curl with that spray if needed. So let's say if her hair is really fine, silky, and it doesn't hold the curls well, sometimes you have to spray a little hairspray prior to curling it for those curls to stay. So you want to make sure that it is flexible. I've worked with hairsprays where I didn't find out until afterwards that it wasn't a flexible spray, that it was a super hold, and it was not flexible, meaning that when I went in to try to curl, it just stuck to the curling iron and turned white, and it did nothing, did not curl at all. So those are things that you want to know about your hairspray. What I'm using today, and I showed the picture of my SMA prior to getting started, is the Fantasia Liquid Mousse, and it's a spritz, and I actually love it. I've been using that for years, and it's been used in salons for years, and got to be glued, which I didn't know it was Schwarzkopf. You learn something new every day. But got to be glued just to show a little bit with the aerosol and with the spritz. Now what I plan on doing is curling her hair, and I parted it on the top already to the side, so her style is going to be to the side, and I'm just going to curl all the way up. So I usually don't section for curls when I'm curling. Remember, everybody does it different. This is how I curl. And in this case, in the back area up to about right in here, I'm going to be alternating rows. So that means down here, when I section that off, whatever direction I choose that first curl, that whole row is going to go that way. Then the next row is going to alternate. And that's how you get your S pattern in there, when you're alternating rows. Now, sometimes in the front you want it to come back away from the face, so it's okay to have that curled back. But I usually don't curl all the hair in one direction, because what can happen is it can all scoop up into one big curl. So if she's going to prom or something, or you know, her wedding or whatever special occasion, and she doesn't want her hair to end up in one big meshed up curl, I'm going to alternate directions. Now if it's all going back from the face in that area, then it's okay, because it'll fall into that wave and it'll mesh back going away from the face. I have my rat tail comb, and I have one clip, and one clip is all I need. Sometimes you may need two, and that's okay. And honestly, my section here is between a half an inch to an inch. I prefer like an inch. I try not to do too much bigger, because the curling iron that I'm working with happens to be small, and that's all I'm working with right now. So some of my classes I haven't been able to do yet, honestly, because I have to stock up on my supplies again. So a lot of things I'm missing, like hair cutting shears and razors. I had 2 brand new sets with the thinning shears, and I don't have them. So Okay, so this is with the spritz. I'm going to take this whole section, spritz, spritz, and spread it through. Comb through. Now I already put some product on here that's going to make the hair shine. So I'm placing the curling iron close to the base, coming down halfway, similar to what you do at skateboard, as far as the ends going in last, but now I'm just kind of going vertical with it. I never have curled the hair where I just dragged it to the ends and then rolled it in, because remember, your ends are porous, and so there is a chance that you can possibly burn that hair. So I tend to push up on the hair because the hair is hot and there's bonds in the hair that break down with the heat. And so I just want that curl to kind of be cooled in that position. One thing that I tell students when they're curling the hair also is to be patient with your style. And what I mean by that is when you're taking the time to curl the hair like this, you don't want to finger pick your curl out, because it's kind of defeating your purpose and you lose the style before you even have it. So a lot of times I'll see people curling the hair. Oh, this is getting a little snug here. And then they'll just run their fingers through. But then when you do that, you're losing it. So then your curls, when it cools, there's no curl because those bonds have reformed. And they've cooled in the position that you pulled them out in, if that makes sense. So that's that row. I never want to take the clip out and stick it on her drape because that is considered unsanitary. So even though this is not a skateboard procedure, I'm always going to try to work as if skateboard could walk into my salon at any moment. And if perchance they did, would I have to run and hurry up and scurry around like a chicken with my head cut off? Or can I work calmly? And if they have any questions for me. So I try not to spray up too close. And if you notice, I'm really not spraying a lot. When you do that, which I've seen it a lot, when you do that, you actually do adverse. In other words, you're wetting your curls and making the curls fall out faster. We don't want to do that. So now I'm going to curl in the opposite direction, coming toward the camera. You guys forgive me, it is so hot in here. I'm going to have to get me a paper towel. You know, it's funny, when I used to be in classroom and I'd be doing a demo and I would always have a hot flash in front of the class, which was so embarrassing until I got tired of being embarrassed. I got my fan on blasting and it feels like it's doing absolutely nothing. So our next video, I plan on doing blow dry styling with the round brush. showing how to properly blow dry. And then after that, I'll be doing scalp treatment, draping, and shampooing. And just for the record, I have not forgotten my acrylic nail video. It's just the weather has not been permitting. And honestly, I don't like flies. So I don't want to sit outside in the midst of flies, because that would be a distraction in my class. And so you guys would see me acting a clown on video, and I don't want that. But I haven't forgotten. And then I also got my first request from a former student of mine with hybrid gels. So I'll kind of be going back and forth between hair and nails. Well, just a lot of stuff. I got a lot of stuff to show. But the next video will be blow dry styling. And then scalp treatment, draping, shampooing. And then we'll kind of go over the structure of the nails before we get into the acrylic nail video, hopefully weather permitting. And then we'll work with the hybrid gels, which should be fun because I've honestly never played around with it. Now remember, we talked about different types of curling irons as well. You have the Marcells, which the regular Marcells actually go in an oven. Ow, ow, ouch. And then you have your plug-in Marcells, which you have a choice of using at state board. And then you have your spring curling iron. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me yet, we have this saying about my life that I was born in the Twilight Zone. And so if you don't know what the Twilight Zone is, that just means that everything weird happens in my life. Like everything that shouldn't happen to normal people happens to me. And so with this here, my room literally turned into a sauna. I was sweating to death. And then when I was trying to twist the mannequin around, it was wrapping up around the cord. So I was about to trip. And yeah, my life. And as soon as this video was over, I literally stopped sweating. Go figure. Alright guys, so this is the conclusion of my curls video. Hopefully you learned something from me. Not anything, the difference between hairsprays and how to actually use hairspray to your advantage so you're not wetting those curls and the curls are falling out. God bless you guys. You have a wonderful week. And if you enjoy my videos, please like them and click on the subscribe button below. Thank you so much. Bye, guys.